Hello and welcome back to another video. Now today, due to popular demand, I'm going to be changing the water filter in my Triflow drinking water filter system. A lot of people were interested to know what the filter is going to look like after being installed in my van after 6 months of constant use. For those of you that are new here, my name's Mel and I do actually live full-time in this Mercedes Sprinter camper van. And for that reason, that's why I do have this fresh filtered drinking water system installed in my van. So without further ado, let's get on and do what we got to do. I'll just briefly explain the water system I have installed in my camper van. I have a 60-litre water tank underneath my bed and I fill that tank using this filler cap here. Now usually these are outside the van, but I chose to fit this inside my van just purely for ease of filling. I can take this cap off and if need be I can actually fill my water tank using water bottles like this. Really easy to fill up. That's why it's inside my van and not outside. Purely for ease of use. Now all my water used to go to a tap above my sink until I fitted this Triflow filter system in my van. Now this filter system was primarily designed to be used in houses so that people in a house can have fresh filtered drinking water on tap. It's pretty much designed for domestic use. It wasn't designed for use in a camper van. It wasn't until my friend Keith, who works for Triflow, got in touch with me and said, "Hey Mel, we've just designed a brand new miniature filtered system for houses. Would you like to try one out in your camper van?" Well, of course I had to say yes, didn't I? And I've got to say I am really impressed with it. Before I fitted this tap and filter system to my van, I used to use these chlorinating tablets, and every time I fill my tank up I would put 2 of these tablets in my tank to try and keep the water nice and clean. Now the downside of course of using these chlorinating tablets is you can actually taste the chlorine when you drink the water. That was until I installed this system from Triflow. Here's one of the filters here. You can see they're very small, very compact, and as my good friend Keith said to me, perfect for a camper van. Now Triflow do recommend you change this filter every 6 months, and they actually sent me an email to remind me that this filter needed changing. So that's why I'm going to be changing this filter today, and I'm really interested to see what this filter actually looks like when it comes out because I have carried on using these tablets just to put it through its paces and give it a good test. Now I haven't used any dirty water in my tank. I have used like water from the tap, from petrol stations and various sources. So let's take the filter out and have a look and see what it looks like. I'm very interested to see. But first let me show you what it actually looks like fresh out of the box. And here it is. And it's ceramic. It feels like a cup. I don't know how water manages to get through this, if I'm honest. But there you go, that's what it looks like fresh out of the box. But what does it look like after being used for 6 months in my camper van? So let's take it out and have a look. I'm really interested to see this. And a lot of my regular viewers have asked me to show them what it looks like after 6 months as well. So that's why I want to film this whole process. Right, let's put that to one side so I don't break it. They are quite fragile, so that's one reason we want to see what it looks like after being in my van after driving around for 6 months. All that vibration. Has the filter stood the test of time? Now my filter is literally underneath here. I have to take all my drawers out, empty everything out to get to the filter. I did install it in such a way that hopefully it should be quite simple to get to. Now I actually designed my drawers to come out really easily. I've not used drawer runners. Simply lift it out like that, really simple to get out. I'm so glad I designed this kitchen this way. If you haven't seen the video that I made when I built this kitchen, if you're interested in how I made these drawers, then I'll put a link to that video up here for your viewing pleasure. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can get to that really simple, but I'm still going to take all this stuff out here, my little basket. Don't quite know why that's in there. There you go. This other stuff. Now I want to take everything out because I don't know how much water I'm going to lose. That's a point actually. I think what I might do Now before I do remove the water filter, I need to isolate my water. But before I do that, I just want to show you the flow rate, because someone commented that it doesn't flow that much. So this is the current flow rate from my tap. Now I deliberately set it low purely to save water. After all, I've only got a 60 litre water tank, and by setting it low like this, it only flows very slowly. It has made a huge difference to the amount of water I actually use. I use so much less water now. My tank actually lasts me probably twice as long by simply doing this. That's one of the good things about this smaller tap. I don't use as much water as I previously used to. So to release all the pressure out of the system, I'm going to leave the tap running and turn my water pump off. Where is it? That one. So it should just slowly die down now, because I've now switched the water pump off, and we're just going to let that run and let all the water drain out the system before I actually remove the filter. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll carry on removing all the stuff from underneath here. So here's the cartridge at the back of my cupboard. You can see it just hangs there quite easily. Now I've put a bowl at the bottom here on top of a towel, just in case I do get any spillages. Now I should be able to change this without actually using any tools at all. Should just twist and it will pop out. Let's hopefully I don't spill too much water. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, it's definitely changed colour. What's in here? It's starting to rain. Let's have a look at the colour of the water in here. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't look very nice at all. The water coming out actually looks dirty. So there's some residue in there. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you can see the water is definitely... Oops. Spilt it everywhere. Maybe I should put that in a glass. We'll put that in a glass in a minute. Let's get the filter. Oh, let's put this back under there actually, in case there's any more water comes out. It has actually got some speckles on it. I'll see if I can find a glass and put that water in a glass. Yeah, look at that. You can see there are speckles on this. Yeah. Obviously it feels a lot heavier as well. But it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would do. I really thought it was going to be covered in all sorts of nasty slime and stuff. So yeah, you can see it's definitely got like green and grey residue on it. We'll put that to one side. I suppose I should really rinse this out. Luckily I've got a bottle of water there. We can use that. Just got to shut my door because everything's getting wet. It's starting to rain. How typical is that? On a wet day today. It's all about the waterworks today. It might get a little bit dark in here unfortunately. What did I do with that bottle of water? I'm done with it. So I'm just going to rinse this out just in case. Let's have a look. I don't think my scrubbing brush will fit in there. No, that's not going to reach the bottom, unfortunately. Oh yeah, it will, just about. Let's give it a good scrub. This is stainless steel, by the way, it's not aluminium. Let's have a look. That's quite clean. I'm quite pleased with that. That's really clean. Like I say, I've only been using just tap water. All I've been putting in my water tank is tap water from various sources. Some of them sources have been a bit shady, like petrol station forecourts and stuff. But for me, I mean, that's really clean. I'm quite surprised. But looking at the state of this water in here, it does look like some sort of bath water. Let me tip the camera up and I can show you. I don't actually have any clear glasses. I've just looked in the cupboard. All my glasses are kind of blue and plastic. But look at that. You could probably be able to see that's the colour of the water that was in the container. So that filter has definitely done something. Look at that. That is gross. Imagine if I'd drunk that. So that filter definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Definitely worth having. So thank you, Keith. I really appreciate you sending me this filter. Now, talking about Keith, he has given me a link to his website, or the company's website, which I will put in the description of this video. This whole thing comes as a kit. You get the filter, the tap, cartridge, everything as a installation kit. And if you haven't seen the video that I made when I installed this into my van, I'll put a link to that video above. Fantastic kit, as you can see. It works. Can't recommend it enough. If you've got a camper van, or you're in the process of building a camper van, you're looking for a tap, I highly recommend, yeah, Triflow filter systems. Absolutely brilliant. Right, I'm going to put all this back together. Let's see how easy it is to put back together now. Let's take this out of the box. So all I'm going to do is slide the filter into the holder like that. So the filter is now inside, and then simply place it up. Get that in the middle, or maybe I should put that in there first, just to line it up. Yeah, that's better. And that goes in there like that. And there you go, it's locked into place. Perfect, absolutely perfect. There you are, really easy to change that filter out. So simple. So all you've got to do is do that every 6 months, and they will send you an email to remind you that your filter needs changing. Pump, put my pump back on, see how long it takes. I'll do that straight away. Oh, made a mess here. So the pump is priming. You can hear it guggling away, or gurgling away, gurgling. Go with that. Yeah, it's filling up. There it goes. And there, the water flow is definitely more than what it was before I changed the filter. Look at that now. So it just shows you that filter does work, because over a period of time it has become, I wouldn't say blocked, but definitely affected the flow of water. I'm going to have to turn my tap down now. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to let that run for a little while just to get any residue out. Yeah, fantastic filter that is. Highly recommend it. Can't recommend this filter enough. So there you go. If you're interested in a Triflow drinking water filter system, I will leave a link to their website down below in the description of this video, purely for your convenience. And if you've got any questions for me, then I invite you to leave those questions down below in the comments section of this video too. Thanks for watching. Please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Ta-da for now. Brilliant.